Ryan Borgart, the man who faked his own death. In a world where truth often surpasses fiction, the story of Ryan Borgart stands out for its sheer absurdity. This isn't an urban legend, but a real event that captured the attention of newspapers, TV shows, and even social psychologists. Ryan Borgart, an ordinary man with an apparently quiet life, became the protagonist of an intricate saga when he decided to fake his own death. The reason? A mix of debt, failed relationships, and apparently a touch of desire for notoriety. But this tale, which feels straight out of a noir film script, has become a case study on how lies, no matter how well crafted, are destined to unravel. Let's dive into the key moments of this astonishing story. Who is Ryan Borgart? Ryan Borgart was an average man. Born in 1983 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, he spent most of his life working as an accountant for a small local company. Described by colleagues as quiet and reserved, Ryan wasn't the type to attract attention. However, behind this facade of normalcy was a man grappling with serious personal and financial issues. Over the years, Ryan had accumulated significant debt, mainly due to failed investments and a lifestyle that he couldn't afford. On top of that, his long-term relationship of over a decade had ended in a painful breakup. Feeling trapped and without options, Ryan devised a bold plan: vanish from the face of the earth and start over under a new identity. The planning, the idea of faking one's death, is not new. From classic literature to modern news stories, there have been countless examples of people attempting to die to escape their troubles. But what makes Ryan's case unique is the meticulousness with which he planned every detail. His plan had three main stages. Setting the scene, Ryan decided to stage a fatal accident during a trip to a remote wooded area in Michigan. He wanted it to appear as though he'd been attacked by a bear. To make it convincing, he bought torn and bloodied clothes online, along with clumps of bear fur to scatter around the attack site, disappearing the body. Ryan had read that in cases of wild animal attacks, victims' bodies are often never recovered. He planned to leave behind only a few pieces of evidence: a shoe, some personal documents, and traces of blood, creating a new identity. Before executing his plan, Ryan had already obtained fake documents and transferred small amounts of money to a secret account under his new identity. He planned to relocate to South America, where he would live a quiet life working as an English teacher. The execution. On June 15th, 2022, Ryan put his plan into action. He drove to a secluded area in Michigan, abandoned his car with his wallet inside, and vanished. Following his imagined script, he disappeared without a trace. For weeks, his disappearance made headlines. Local authorities, convinced he had fallen victim to a bear attack, organized search parties. Both local and national media covered the story, adding an air of mystery, but not everything went as planned. The unraveling. Lies often unravel due to simple mistakes. In Ryan's case, his downfall began with a seemingly small oversight. He didn't disable his phone's GPS. Even though he tried to destroy the device, forensic experts managed to reconstruct his movements. Authorities discovered that Ryan had not ventured deep into the forest as claimed, but had instead spent hours at a diner just a few miles away. Additionally, a group of hikers stumbled upon an envelope containing receipts and notes Ryan had accidentally left in the woods. Among them was a receipt for the purchase of bear fur from a website specializing in props. The big reveal. The final blow came when Ryan, unable to resist temptation, posted a photo on social media using his new identity. The photo, showing him sipping a beer at a bar in Quito, Ecuador, was spotted by a former colleague who, in disbelief, alerted authorities. With the cooperation of US and Ecuadorian officials, Ryan was arrested and extradited. The consequences: Ryan Borgart was charged with fraud, false reporting, and obstruction of justice. During his trial, he admitted to orchestrating the entire scheme, but claimed he never intended to harm anyone. He said he acted under unbearable pressure and only wanted a fresh start. The case raised legal and ethical questions. Ryan received a relatively light sentence, but was ordered to repay the costs of the search operations and perform community service. His story became a topic of debate among psychologists and criminologists analyzing his motives. Lessons learned. Ryan Borgart's story is a reminder that quick escapes from life's challenges are often illusions. Faking one's death is not only morally questionable, but incredibly risky. His case highlights the devastating consequences of choosing deceit over facing problems head on. Conclusion: Ryan Borgart wanted to disappeared to escape a life he found unbearable, but his attempt turned into a web of lies and deceit that left him worse off than before. Today, his story serves as a cautionary tale and perhaps a reminder that the past has a way of catching up with us no matter how far we try to run. Final thoughts. If this story intrigued you and you'd like to hear more incredible tales like this, give us a like, share this article, and follow us to stay updated on amazing content. Let us know in the comments what you think about this story. Do you think you could keep such a secret, or do you believe the truth always comes out in the end? Follow us for more fascinating stories that will leave you amazed.